So what are we to make of the Denver Broncos backfield in terms of fantasy football for 2024? This is the Fantasy Sports Boss. Guys, training camps open this week. There's going to be a lot of videos coming, instant injury updates, any developments, anything that goes on in fantasy football now. The season has really begun here, all right, on this channel, all right? So make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming. Live stream tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. I wanted to talk about the Broncos today because with training camp opening, we have some rumors. Some of the reporters connected to the team are saying that we could be looking at a situation where either Javonte Williams or Samaje Perine grab hold of the last spot for the on the roster. For the fact of the matter is that Audric Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin, Estime drafted by Sean Payton, McLaughlin discovered by Sean Payton, signed as an unrestricted free agent. These two guys certainly are going to make the team. So then it comes down to either Javonte Williams, who just a couple of years ago we all wanted, and he looked like an up-and-coming star, and of course had that really serious knee injury, did not play well at all last year. And then Samaje Perine, who was signed by Sean Payton and averaged 4.5 yards per carry last year. And McLaughlin, not to mention McLaughlin, he averaged over 5 yards per carry, and he was explosive. Like Jaleel McLaughlin, even before this news item came out, looked like somebody who could really be at tremendous value this season. Of course, the Broncos also drafted Estime, who did not test well at the combine. He ran a plus, I believe, 4.7 in the 40, which is awful. But at Notre Dame, he ran very well in terms of power, had a nose for the end zone. He even caught some passes out of the backfield. And again, Peyton has done a really good job with running backs in his career. Mark Ingram, obviously Alvin Kamara, he's really developed running backs, and we have to trust his instincts on who he decides to keep. Now, the actionable fantasy football move. We talked about Javonte Williams. He did not look good last year. Of course, coming back from that injury, torn ACL, I believe it was a torn MCL as well, had some damage, serious damage in there. And he looked like he was running in quicksand, all right? It was awful. I believe it was 3.2. I don't have the numbers in front of me. 3.2, 3.5 yards per carry last year. It was not good at all. I'm trying to pull up his numbers here. And it really left you questioning his ability. 774 yards on 217 carries, 3 rushing touchdowns. He did, catch the ball fairly well. At least that part of the game in PPR formats, he showed up. He still is attractive in fantasy football because he has that dual skill set. But he was not drafted by Sean Payton. All right, he's from the old regime, the old coaching staff. So you have to take that into consideration. Now, he's still a young player, still has potential, and he's now another year removed from his knee injury. All right, and that's the key. When these guys have these ACL tears, that first season back, they're not very effective. Usually they're not very effective. And then once they're, a year removed, that old speed, explosiveness begins to return. But maybe it doesn't in this case. All right. Meanwhile, McLaughlin, anybody who, owned Jaleel McLaughlin last year, there was some, especially early on when he got an opportunity, second half of the season, he sparked. Like, he caught the ball well. He was like instant acceleration guy. Once he got the football, he's a smaller back though. All right. But he put up some major numbers in college. He looks like one of those classic undrafted free agent finds, all right? Now, I'm not saying he's Arian Foster, but that's the kind of guy you compare these undrafted free agents to. And again, I'm not saying he's Arian Foster, who was just a gem of a fantasy football star as an undrafted free agent, but the potential is there, and he's going to be around. And Samaje Perine, who played fairly well on a per-touch basis, could be battling Williams for that spot. So we have to take a close look at this as training camp goes through. Any other topics we're going to talk about as well. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos.